Alright, so I'm going to show you how to add those two add-ons that I sent in an email earlier. For those of you that do not know, please make sure that, one, you never ever give a quiz with an add-on, or really don't ever give a quiz in general, using Google Forms to get students' personal information, social security number, personal email address, phone number. Don't ever use that. The district approved program is Microsoft Forms, so please do not be using Google Forms to get that kind of information. Number two, for this to work, you're going to have to make sure that your Chrome browser, which is here at the top, not the one here in Google Drive, but the one here at the top, make sure you are logged in using your school Google account. That makes sure that these add-ons will work effectively. So two things. The first one I want to show you is, for those of you using quizzes, they just came out with recently a way to set default preferences. These three things are great. It saves lots of time. It automatically saves it for all future quizzes or forms. You can make questions required at all times. And when you create a quiz, you can set the default point value. So you don't have to go in there for every question and set the point value, and you don't have to click the required button as long as these boxes are checked. If you like to collect email addresses with your forms as well, you can click that as well. Really brand new thing that just came out within the past few weeks. So with these two add-ons, you have extended forms and form limiter. Now, if you click on this puzzle piece and you do not have anything listed, you click these three dots here and click add-ons, and it will open up a box. And not all of these apps that are represented are district approved. So if I click on, just say, a random one, it'll say not whitelisted instead of install. But if it is approved, then you can freely install those add-ons depending on what your preferences are. But for the two that we're using, you have form limiter, which is here. This sets the end date, locks students out. And then extended forms here sets the time restrictions. So all you do is create your quiz. However you do that, either a question at a time per page by making it a section. Anytime you do a section, it makes it page 1. Section 2 is page 2. Or if you just do one section with all of your questions listed, I do one page at a time just so they can focus on that one and not having to scroll continuously all the way down. But again, that's your preference. But once that quiz is created, you click add-ons. Once again, make sure you install these using your Chrome browser. And so all I'm going to do is hit extended forms. And if it only shows the help button, just simply refresh your page. I did that earlier, and it obviously did not take. But once it reloads, you should see the puzzle piece open back. And I click extended forms, and you see, okay, once again, it's not working. Let's give it just a minute. We'll do form limiter first just to give it time. All right, so with form limiter, again, this is the end date. You set limit, and you can do the time and the date. You can have it email you when it closes. I personally don't do that. So you just set your time. I'm going to do May 17th at midnight. It does not let you do 11:59 for some strange reason, but that's perfectly fine. Then hit save and enable. Then obviously once you post it, when they open it, it will lock if it's after that date. Second one is extended forms. I can hit configure. And with this, it's simply putting a time restriction on it. So you've got time limit on or off, how many minutes. Best practice for special education students is time and a half. 90-minute class period would be time and a half is an extra 35 minutes. So 125 minutes is the time limit for that. Again, that's fine for gen ed kids too. You cannot set it for individual students, unfortunately, but that's better than the alternative, giving them unlimited time. You can restrict the attempts, and all you do is hit save. And so if I want to preview what it looks like, which I will, it's here at the bottom underneath where it says setting right here. So I can see here what it will look like once they start. 125 minutes, get started, it'll open up in the form. And as you can see, countdown has begun. It already puts in my email address, and I go through the quiz. But that's it. Obviously, this is really easy. If you need to go back and rewatch it in any place, you can do that. And if you need to email me, feel free to do that as well.